Hello everyone, I'm Tom Hanks and I want to be talking about a couple of things today. Firstly, while my channel, I'm pretty okay with how it's going and everything. You may have noticed that I also replaced the series on Neurovoider with, while continuing the series on Relic Hunter Zero, because I just figured I'd like a little bit more variety. And it's just a cool game, I think. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time playing it. And I also beat the boss for the first time in today's episode. So it's really cool. Subscriber-wise, at some point during this last week or a little bit before that, I was on YouTube, like checking my channel, 1,052 subscribers. Okay, everything's good. That's what it used to be at before, and then checking again 1,052, checking again 1,052, and 10 minutes after that last time that it was at 1,052 or so, 10 minutes afterwards it was at 1,008. I was like, well, where'd all my subs go? And it was probably another one of those opportunities where YouTube has just deleted all the inactive users from my subscribers, and I guess that's fine. Even if people intentionally unsubbed, that's also okay. You may have your reasons. You probably I understand if some people don't have the time to watch all of my videos. Honestly, I'm probably producing far too many for watching every single one every day. But well, it's okay either way. The one thing I was also going to say is that I will be playing something else in place of Car Mechanic Simulator starting, next week. So starting tomorrow. And I again, to spice it up a little bit, to play something different, because Car Mechanic Simulator, while it's a good game, don't get me wrong, it's just kind of the same all the time. So there is that. Responding to one of the commenters saying that I should make a sort of concept fan build challenge where you guys would build concepts in future years, like between 2016 and 2020, and I would review those cars. I mean, we can do that outside of a fan build competition, because I'm kind of struggling to find like a rule set for concepts in the future, because a concept could be anything, right? And the more unique it is, the more different it is from everything else, the better it is. So it's kind of counterintuitive to set a rule set for that sort of competition. And then also, how would I choose a winner? Like, a concept is something that doesn't exist, something that is probably never going to be put into production, something that maybe a factory can learn from to improve their future cars, but that's not a car that's not ever going to hit the roads. So effectively, a concept is just there for the show, and it wouldn't really matter how well it would drive, because it never will hit the road. It never will be driven by any consumer, so by any customer. So there is that. Of course, if you want your cars to be reviewed, if you want to build a concept, if you feel like building one, send it over to me. I'll put my email address into the description of this video. And then there was one more thing I was going to say, and that is that I will be able to grab my loan from the bank either next Friday or actually it should be the 15th of July probably. If not, then the Friday after that should be the 22nd. And from there I'm gonna be, and then I'm gonna be able to then I'm gonna be able to lease a car. And the Jaguar XES is what we've been talking about like way too much in the past, but there's actually one more car that I've only recently rediscovered, like yesterday or 2 days ago or so, that I totally forgot about beforehand. And that's the Maserati Ghibli. Now, the Ghibli V6, the petrol one, is a little bit out of price range. It starts at 84,000 euros. And then obviously there's a bunch of extras that you need to choose. However, the Ghibli diesel would be at 74,000 euros, and that's the same kind of money that the XES would cost with a little bit of extra, with a few extras. Again, I don't know. The thing with leasing is that you have to pay a certain percentage of the car's base price in advance, like to start with, and then you pay your monthly rates. And I don't know what that percentage is, because again, that varies from manufacturer to manufacturer. But given that we're talking about Maserati, it's probably the highest percentage you can get, which is 30%. So I don't know. The Ghibli is just a really cool looking car. I just love the way this thing looks. And then again, do I want to settle for a diesel? I mean, it's not a bad diesel. It's a 3-liter V6 with 275 horsepower, so it's no slouch. And to be honest, we're talking about two different kinds of cars still, because the XES is well, the XE in general, the Jaguar XE is the size and has the same size and purpose as a BMW 3 Series, whereas the Maserati Ghibli is more in the league of a BMW 5 Series. So it's larger, it's roomier, it's perhaps more comfortable. I don't know. Haven't driven one. And I actually didn't find very many reviews of the Maserati Ghibli either. That's pretty awkward. It's a Maserati. Why aren't car magazines excited to drive it? So the one thing is I would need to do a test drive before I actually decide on that, because I don't want to. Here's the one thing I don't want to have happen. I love the way the Maserati looks. I love the fact that it's a Maserati, which is a car you never see here. Like, honestly, I've seen a couple of Jags, especially XESs recently, or not S, but XEs in general, and new generation XF. But you never see a Maserati here, never ever. Like, it would really stand out if I were looking for something that. For a car that would make me stand out from the crowd and really be different from everything else you see, that would be a great choice. The only question is, of course, how good is it? And I would need to do a test drive in order to find out, because I didn't really find many car reviews on it on YouTube. So gotta make my own opinion of it. But then again, it's also a diesel, and originally, like 2 months ago or so, before, like when I was first talking about getting a car, I said I wanted a V8. Then we've pretty much settled for a supercharged V6 with the XES, which is already one step down. And the Ghibli diesel, it's a V6, but it's also a diesel, so it's far away from my original plan of getting a V8. So I don't know. Should I really be that picky about it? But the one thing that concerns me is that if I decide to get the Ghibli, and then after a little while I find a couple of things that I really dislike about it, if that's the case, then I will really find myself being like, oh, I should have gotten the Jaguar. I should have gotten the Jaguar. I should have gotten the Jag. that's the one thing I don't want to have happen. And who knows, maybe if I do a test drive, I'll find that it's really good. Or maybe if I do a test drive, I'll find that, you know what, I don't like this car, I'm gonna get the Jag. Who knows? So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching all my videos. Thank you for your continued support. I'm hoping you're having a great day, and see you next time.